Good morning. How to create your website. How to create your site. First, we purchase our domain name from Google domain, and we point the domain name to Bluehost server's name. Bluehost servers by changing the server's name from Google to Bluehost servers names. So, and then the second process, we added the domain name to our existing domain, or to our existing account. We added this domain name to it as an add-on domain so that it stand out on its own as a separate website. So now we are going to move to the next step, how to create a website for that domain. It's not like how to build a website, how to pretty much create a folder for anything that will go on that website. So let's get started. First, you log into your Bluehost account. And you will click on My Sites. And you scroll down. Let's see. Sometimes you might go with that. Let's click on Create a Site. I don't know if you'll be able to see it from here. So when we click on that, we have two options here. So we'll go with WordPress org. So that's what we are going to use. I can just scroll down for you to see both options. It's not WordPress.com, it's WordPress.org. So use WordPress. And it's asking us for the site name or the site tagline. So in case you don't see that button, create a site, that I click on to come here, you will scroll down and you'll click on add site or add a site. It'll point you to those two, WordPress builder and Bluehost builder. So we are going to add our website here. And I can add it without the .com, and I can add it with the .com. And once in the dashboard, if I wanted to change something there, I will change it. So I'm just going to add it without the .com. And if you have a site tagline ready, you can type it here. Otherwise, in the dashboard, you can do that as well. I have not got mine ready yet, so I'm just going to leave it alone for now. And I'll click on Next. If you want to fill up everything here, you can do that too. Then that you have to click on Advanced, but I'll click on Next. When I click on Next, it's going to show me a domain name here, which will be my primary one, and then I'll click on this arrow here to scroll and choose the one that I want, and I want to make sure it's the .com. So I want to choose that. Sometimes it might have this there for you, but just make sure you click on the right one here. And now I would like to uncheck all of these free plugins. If I still want them, I can download them later. And then I'll click on Next here. It will take few minutes, and it will show me the information that I needed for my site. And I purchased the domain name from Google, but I didn't host it on Google platform, hosting platform. So and Bluehost they might have some option when they offer free domain name, but I just don't go with those options. So you can see here that it's showing me website with those weird things. So that means when I go that route, that means I had to go through some trouble to change it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my site, and you see that's when you click on create sites here, and I'm now going to go with that. Let's click on add site here, add site, WordPress, and let's try what we did before. And then I'm going to leave the tagline here alone and click on next. Let's see the difference between the two options. So I'm going to scroll here and click on this one, and I will uncheck everything here. And the option that I have before, I have a process to change that long website name into my regular website, but I don't want to go through that trouble, so I'll click on next here, and that will take a few minutes. Let's see, it look like there is already a site at Liberman. Okay, so that means, oh, hold on, so let's cancel this. So that means it really did it for me already since I click on it. Okay, so that means because I went through that process already, and it showed me that long browser, so that means I'm going to show you how you can change it. Let's click on login here, login, and see what we will see. So when you click on create site, and you can see in the browser here, I have a long how should I call it, URL here. There is a process to change that so that I can just have my website name. So but pretty much when you click on create site, there is a chance that it's going to be choosing a URL for you like mine. So in the next step, I'm going to show you how we will change that. But before we do that, let's see if I'll be able to go back to my Bluehost account and show you in essence that you will use add site to see if that will work without going through, if that will give you the correct URL that you wanted. So let's choose an example here to work with. And it's going to take a few minutes to take us back there. So we are here, we do have our own we have the account and we can have multiple websites there. So I'm going to click on add site. So is the Bluehost account my site? And then I'll click on add site. So if we want to, so add site. I need to charge my computer here. And we'll choose WordPress. And I'll just click on it, and I will just type the domain name that I wanted to work with, and I'm just going to type it without the .com. And I'm not going to put any tagline just yet, and I'll click on, I just want to make sure I got it right, and I'll click on next. And here I will scroll it to choose the right one, and that will be this one. And I will uncheck all of those boxes here, and I'll click on next. And Bluehost, like I said before, have that option where you can have free, if they are running promotion, you can have free domain name for a year or something like that before you start paying for the domain name. And they have multiple plans, but I have a plan that is unlimited website, but I didn't purchase my domain name from Bluehost, and I don't have any free domain name from them either. My first one came from GoDaddy, and then I start purchasing others from Google. So here, the next step will be congratulations, WordPress install successful, and that's WordPress.org. So you will copy the information here to have it on a safe place, and I'm going to pretty much move. And what I like to do is you will click on the I to see the password, copy it to a place. So let me move the camera to this side and copy the information here. So if you have, you don't want to go through a lot of trouble, you can just buy the domain from one registrar. Google is one registrar, and GoDaddy is one, and Bluehost sells domains as well, and you can just leave it where you purchase it. I just don't do that. I like to not give all the control to other people on my thing. So therefore, when I purchase the domain with one company, I like to host it on another platform. But just make sure that when you are doing things like that, you are on top of your administrative work, so that when it's due to pay the renewal fee, you pay them on time. So I will click on the I to see the password, and I will copy it or write it down, put it in and continue the process. Okay, so now the next step will be to log in to WordPress. And you can see that when we click on add-on, when we click on add sites, we didn't have that URL. It was just very simple, and it's just showing us, you know, the administrative side. But you can see that the URL is pretty much in the first part of it is what I want to have, so I got it here. And interestingly, you can see that it's already have the how do you call it, it has the SSL the security icon there for me. I didn't have to set it up. But the other one that I did earlier by creating a site, instead of adding a site, well, I had to set up those processes, those steps. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Afiavi Ojune Liberman, creators of Liberman Consulting L.L.C YouTube channel and owners of ninasoap, our blog, and our natural products that we have here. We sell them on ninasoap.com, and we have our custom apparel store, liberlabel.com. Thank you for watching our video. Thank you all that subscribed, and thank you all that commented as well.